Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Troy Munson, and today we're going to talk about allergies. Allergies, whether you've been told that they're seasonal allergies or that you have them only in the summer or that you have winter allergies, they all have the same cause. The cause being the body becomes too alkaline. When the body becomes alkaline, now other things happen, other conditions. And those commonly associated with allergies as well is stiffness, sinus infections, constipation, frequent colds, skin issues, blood sugar problems, and even acid reflux, to name a few. So today, what we're going to talk about is how to correct allergies and get at the root of what's causing them. First is to understand that allergies are a hypersensitivity. The body has become oversensitive to simple things that it should not be reacting to. What controls that function, what controls every function, is the brain and nervous system. And so when we use chiropractic to balance the nervous system, it begins to slow down and diminish those hypersensitivities, and now allergies oftentimes will go by the wayside just with chiropractic alone. So as part of an allergy remedy, if you will, the first and foremost is chiropractic. That's a beginning point. Next is, because of the body being alkaline, we want to acidify the gut. Now, to acidify the gut means that we can begin to draw the alkaline products off the body and now tone it down. The highest alkalinity they've measured in a human body before death is a 7.85. But people that are allergic to everything, their body will literally measure at 7.7. They're that close. Normally the body needs to be a 7.4, maybe a 7.3. And so we're trying to remove all those products out of the body, and the gut has to handle it. So the gut has to become acidic enough to do that. The more alkaline the body becomes, the more alkaline the gut becomes, the more acid reflux we have. That's how those things fit in. And so how do we get the gut more acid? We do that by doing things like raw apple cider vinegar. We also do that by doing things like natural sea salt. We think of sea salt as containing a lot of sodium, but actually if it's the raw, unprocessed sea salt, it contains 2 to 3 times as much chloride as sodium. Why is that important? Chloride is the main chemical when it comes to hydrochloric acid that makes our body, or rather our stomach, very acidic and begin to draw off all that alkalinity. So that becomes important. The next is doing something simple like a product like Zypan that has hydrochloric acid in it, as well as pancreatic enzymes. The pancreatic enzymes are among the most potent acids in the body. Next is raw food. In our diet, our goal, and you'll hear me over and over say, 50% raw food in your diet. That means non-cooked, fresh, hopefully organic vegetables. Why that's important is because in our vegetables contains an enzyme called phosphatase. Phosphatase liberates phosphorus in the food present in our body. Phosphorus is a very reactive mineral. It tends to form a lot of acids, and it's how we keep our tissues acidic as well. We use it that way. Phosphorus also will inhibit mineral absorption out of the gut, and so it's kept in kind of a protective custody, if you will, and it has to wait on phosphatase to be present in order to liberate it so that it can do its job in the body. And if we continually eat overcooked foods, we now don't get any phosphorus, or phosphatase rather, in our diet, and now we can't have phosphorus in our body and we become more alkaline. Next is liver support. The liver is vital because its job is to detoxify the body. We know that. But the chemical that it works the hardest at to detoxify is a chemical called guanidine. Anytime we're overcooking food, we're producing guanidine in that food. And so guanidine is now the most alkaline substance our body is going to come in contact with. The alkalinity tends to tear down the joints, tends to tear down our tissues, and the liver's job is to detoxify it. So how do we help the liver support doing that? Simple. 1/8 of a beet, fresh raw beet, at nighttime. The liver cleanses at night, and we want to support it during that process so that in the morning we're not so stiff. Oftentimes we're most stiff in the morning due to that very thing, is too much alkalinity in the body and the liver not being able to cope. And as we do fresh beets, not a lot, not too much, but just a small amount, we begin to help that process occur over time naturally, easily, without creating a cleansing effect of eating an entire beet at night. That would not be good. Last is mineral buffers. We've already mentioned this a little bit. There are things like calcium, magnesium, and potassium that do this job. What's most important about helping our body handle alkalinity is getting those mineral buffers to the tissues. And how that happens is through good fats. So we can't just take calcium without doing good fats or magnesium without doing good fats. Fats are required to transport that mineral into tissues. Imagine if we didn't have a fat transporter. That means all the minerals would be free in our blood. They would combine with each other and create what we call a salt. That would then start to calcify or do things or create plaques in our arteries, in joints, in cells. So all that's to help us transport them safely into tissues and help with alkalinity and reduce that effect of alkalinity. So there you have it, the basics of allergies. For most of you, it's gonna correct your problems. If you have questions or concerns, please email me from this website. And for the rest of you, until next time, I'm Dr. Troy Munson, and remember, health is not by accident, it's created on purpose.